Okay, so for the viewers that are watching this live feed, you're not going to be able to see the slides, but what I am going to do, and what we normally do, is we pass these slides on onto our website. So if you go to rehrealestate.com/videos, this video is probably going to be shared on there. It's going to be made public, and then the slides that are associated with this are also going to be made public as well. All right? Is it not focused? We're good, thank you. All right, Rob. Okay, so today's June 13th. Today we're going to talk about how to generate leads from Facebook. All right, so we're going to get started on that. First slide, stay connected. Okay, I know I go over this with everyone, but I want to make sure that everyone knows how to stay connected with us. We have a private Facebook group. It's called REH Real Estate Real Talk. If you're not a member of that group, go ahead and ask to become a member of the group. We share a lot of stuff on there. There's a lot of content and material that I do post on there. So make sure you join our private Facebook group. If you want to receive our text message alerts, you can text the word Blue Coats, okay, plural, BLUECOATS, Blue Coats, to the telephone number 33733, and what will happen is you will get text message updates along with links to the new videos, links to the slides, links to everything that we do. Lastly, for those of you who are not a part of our Grant Cardone University training, okay, please remember that we are participating in that. We're a firm believer in that, and for our agents, okay, the cost to participate in the Grant Cardone training is about $100 a month versus trying to purchase it yourself, and it comes out to tens of thousands of dollars just to get those certifications. And last but not least, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Real Estate Heaven 2491, okay? youtube.com/Real Estate Heaven 2491. All right, so did a little bit of housekeeping. Let's move forward now. Okay, so how to run Facebook ads. Number one, I want us all to have a CEO mindset. Okay, now what does that mean? Okay, number one, we have to make sure that you guys are being a little bit unreasonable. Okay, the truth is most of us are setting reasonable, realistic expectations, and what's happening is, as a result of that, we're hitting those goals. I want you guys to be a little bit more unreasonable. Okay, be unreasonable with yourself. Be unreasonable with your goals. Be unreasonable with your expectations. This is very, very important. I just recently learned that in archery, you guys know what archery is, right? Okay, archers actually aim for beyond their target. Okay, they don't aim for the dead center of their target. They aim for beyond their target. Why do you guys think they do that? Yeah.
The gravity of the air is going to fall.
Gravity of the air is going to fall. Overcompensate, because what they're doing is they know what a lot of us have learned, in that we set goals for ourselves, and most people aren't going to hit their goals dead on. Yes or no, right? So if you know you're not going to hit your goal dead on, it's better for you to set the goal a little bit higher so that you can fall somewhere in between, right? Everybody with me? Okay, you aim for the moon, you hit the stars, you're doing okay, all right? So I need you to be a little bit more unreasonable. Number two, I need you to be relentless. Okay? You have to be relentless. You have to make sure that you don't stop moving forward. Okay? So, I'm not going to dwell on relentless. Until when? Okay? Now, I put a picture up. For those of you that are watching the live stream, you can't see this, but there's a picture of a baby. And what is the parent doing with the baby?
Guiding it.
Riding the baby?
Guiding.
Hey, the person in this picture is helping the baby learn how to what?
Walk.
Okay, now, when a baby is learning how to walk, okay, when do you stop teaching the baby how to walk?
You don't walk.
You don't, right? You keep teaching the baby and guiding the baby to learn how to walk until when? Until the baby walks, okay? Until when? Too many of us have this personality or this mindset where we're not practicing the until I get this, until I succeed, until I figure this thing out. So just make sure that you apply that same mindset to what I'm about to teach you guys until you get it. All right? Okay, now, if I told you that you could earn $1.25 for every dollar invested in Facebook advertising, would you be interested in that?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, if I told you that there's people that are investing for every dollar and they're earning $3 to $5 ROI, return on investment, would you be interested in that?
Yes.
Absolutely, okay? And yet some of you are going to walk out of here after this training and still not do what it is that I'm telling you to do, okay? I want you guys to really focus on this, and I'm going to share with you why it's so powerful and why it's so valuable to you, okay? Next slide. Next slide. You have to lead generate, guys. Okay, lead generation is a part of our business, and if you're not lead generating, then you're not going to make money. That's just the reality of our profession. You must get good at learning how to generate leads. Your success is dependent on your ability to generate leads, okay? And the more leads that you generate, the better that you're going to be. Now, we're not going to go into follow-up right now. We're going to talk, that's a different training. But for now, we're just going to be talking about generating leads. You also have to learn how to be adaptable and flexible. This is very, very important, okay? Technology changes, yes or no?
Yes.
Is our industry affected by the technology shifting?
Yes.
Yes. Is our industry changed by the market shifting on us?
Yes.
Yes. Is anybody starting to see a little bit of a shift in the marketplace right now?
Yes.
Yes, it's happening. We're all witnessing this. So you have to learn how to be adaptable. You have to learn how to be flexible. So as it changes, you adapt to it as well. All right? We all know what happened to the dinosaurs, right? They didn't adapt. Okay? So this is a form of passive marketing. All right? You have to have a form of active marketing and you have to have a form of passive marketing. You have to have both. Okay? Very, very important. I don't want you to walk out of here thinking that you can just run Facebook ads all day and everything's going to be hunky-dory. It's not going to work out that way. You have to have two campaigns going at the same time. There has to be an active marketing campaign, and then you need a passive marketing campaign. And the reason you want a passive marketing campaign is because in our profession, if you're not prospecting, right, and you're not getting leads, you're not making money. And if you are solely dependent on you going out there and prospecting to get those leads and you don't get any, really what happens? Nothing. Okay? So that's not a profession. What is that? That's a job, right? Being able to only make money when you work is a job, all right? What I'm teaching you is how to create an additional stream of lead generation so that you have something passive while you're actively doing that as well, all right? Now, Facebook ads are the least expensive alternative right now, you guys. All right, you guys don't know this yet, but it really, really is. Okay, and I've done quite a bit of research, and I invested a lot of my own time and a lot of my own money learning this stuff. Okay, there was a time, okay, and I posted this, that Amazon was one of Google's largest pay-per-click advertiser. You guys, what does that tell you? All right, think about this. In 2013, Amazon spent, it was in the top 10, if not the #1 advertiser for Google. Did you guys know that? So one of Google's greatest competitor is using their own platform to advertise to build their business. All right, think about that. Let that sink in for just a little bit. All right. So there was a time where pay-per-click on Google was very, very inexpensive. Okay, we're talking pennies on the dollar. And I've done Google pay-per-click as well. And in order for me to get leads using Google pay-per-click, I was paying roughly about $3 to $5 per click, not per lead, per click. Okay, if you look up certain keywords, now certain keywords, including legal keywords, are hundreds of dollars. Okay, hundreds of dollars to use Google pay-per-click for keywords. Right now, Facebook ads is one of the least expensive, but it isn't going to be that way forever, just like Google AdWords, didn't stay the cheapest form of advertising either, all right? So what you want to do is you want to capitalize on this, you want to use this to your advantage, and you want to advertise, on Facebook right now. And the beauty of this is, if you guys take a look at it, and you're using Facebook right now, how many real estate agents are really actively using Facebook to advertise to get their services? How many? Very few to none, okay? Yeah, very, very few to none, okay? They're not capitalizing on this enough. And I want to make sure that this really hits home, that you want to start using this, okay? All right, now, let's go to the next slide. This is important. You want to have an audience. You need to learn how to create an audience, all right? And I'm going to give you some tips on how to create an audience. Number one, first thing you want to do is you want to make a list. This is Real Estate New Agent 101. Make a list of every single person that you know. Name, phone number, email, and address, right? And I'm going to show you why you're going to have this, and you're going to need this. You should have a list of no less than 100 people, right? Name, address, email, phone number. You're going to need that. Put down every single person that you know. Okay, trust me, you know a lot more people than you think you do. All right? Make that list, because later on, I'm going to show you how you're going to upload that list into Facebook so that you can create an audience so that your existing sphere of influence will see your ads as well. See, what most people think is you just run an ad on Facebook and you use a shotgun effect and everybody sees it, right? That's ineffective marketing. What a lot of people haven't realized is that Facebook allows you to pinpoint your target so well, right, that you can even upload your own sphere of influence, and your own sphere of influence is going to see your ads. Okay, did you guys know that? Some of you say yes, some of you say no. All right? So you need to have your own list. You need to have your own database that you're going to upload into Facebook as an audience, but you need their email addresses. That's the only way that you're going to be able to do that. All right? Now, on top of that, what I want you to do is, and I've said this before, you want to build your online farm. your e-farm, right? You want to be adding people to your network on a daily basis. You want to be doing this on Facebook. You want to be doing this on LinkedIn. And I'm a really big proponent of doing this on LinkedIn. I keep telling you guys, build your network on LinkedIn. Build your network on LinkedIn. Keep adding people on LinkedIn. You're discounting how powerful LinkedIn is. And I've said this before. It's because on LinkedIn, you can download the entire database of people that you have on LinkedIn. And included in that database is, guess what? Their email addresses. And then those email addresses, you're then going to do what? Upload into Facebook and create an audience. And now your sphere of influence, the people that have known you, that have connected with you, are going to start to see your ads as well. Okay, who here knew about that already? Okay, LinkedIn is a powerful tool, you guys. Use LinkedIn. Build a network. Add people on LinkedIn. Continue to add people daily. All right, trust me, it works. Okay. Then you have your Google contacts. If you're a big Gmail person like me, right, what you don't realize is that every time somebody emails you through Google, Google actually creates a contact for them for you. Did you guys know that? Yeah, check your contacts in Google. People that have emailed you in the past, they're added to your contact list on Google. So what you can do is the same exact thing. You can export your contacts from Google, right? You export them. They have all their email addresses because you've been using your Gmail to communicate with them. Google saves all that stuff. And then you upload your Google contact list into Facebook as an audience. And guess what you've done now? Now your ads are being shown to your sphere of influence, people that know you, people that like you, people that trust you. How much more powerful is it when your ads are being shown to people that know you already? It's way more powerful, you guys. Okay? So I just taught you how to create an audience. Number one, make a list. Okay, everybody that you know, you need their email address. Okay. Number two, build your e-farm. Add people on a daily basis on Facebook and LinkedIn. Then you download the database from LinkedIn, and then on your Google contacts as well. Now you've got your audience. Okay. You're going to upload that audience as an export onto Facebook advertising. Okay, we're going to show that in a little bit. All right, next slide. Okay, here's the next thing I want you to do. I want you to be, again, relentless about saving ads. Every time you see an ad that scrolls through your wall on Facebook, I want you to save it. Now, in the top right-hand corner, okay, of the ad, you'll see those three dots, and it allows you to save those videos. I want you to save every video you see. Okay, why do you guys think I want you to do that? R&D. What is R&D?
Research and development.
Rip off and duplicate. Okay? Right? Okay? So what I want you to do is every time you see an ad that pops up on your Facebook feed, I want you to save it. All right? Because there's a reason that that person or that entity or that business is running the ad. And if you see that there's a lot of interaction, this particular ad had 13,000 views and like 25 shares and 32 comments, that tells you that there's something about that ad that is prompting people to participate in that ad, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right? So what you should do is you should then study that ad. So I'm relentless about this. I save every ad that comes through my Facebook feed because I want to see what they're doing. I want to see how many people are participating in it. I want to see what I can borrow from that ad when I make my next ad. You guys with me?
Yes.
Okay. Next slide. So why sponsored ads? I said it already. Gather ideas. It allows you to get ideas from the ad. If these people are already spending money on it and they're investing money on it, they're using their own money on it, that's a pretty good indication that the ad is working for them, yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely, which is why you want to use it. R&D their copy, and their copy is just their text, and then change it up so that it relates to your ad. I'm not saying just go and copy all their text, because clearly that's not right, but you can copy some of it and then you can modify it so that it applies to whatever it is that we're going to be talking about, right? Long copy works. This is very important, okay? A long copy means a lot of text. All right. Now, some people have said to me, "Well, why do you have all this text on the ads that you run?" Okay. It's because people, believe it or not, they read it. Okay. You think that they don't, right? But the truth is, once they click on it, they'll look at it and they'll see all that text, and they'll want to learn a little bit more about why you wrote, that ad, right? Just like in the past when we were marketing with letters, there's some marketers that were known for sending 10, 15, 20-page letters to prospective clients that they're trying to get. Why? Because if somebody got a 10-page letter, right, number one, it's going to freak them out. They're going to look at it like, what is all this? And they're going to browse through and they're going to review it. Same thing with that ad. Okay? So long copy does work. All right? Oh, and then next, I want you to use emojis. Okay? I know it sounds crazy, but emojis increase the click-through rate. Okay, we have become so used to people. We don't. Sometimes when you're texting people, you don't even respond with words. You respond with what? An emoji. Okay, so people are used to seeing emojis, and they will respond to them, and they will click on them. So in your ad copy, I want you to use emojis, the alarms, the fire, the fireballs, the laughing faces, the crying faces, the poop. Okay, trust me, people look at that stuff in those ads. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to show you proof. Okay, and you'd be surprised. So use emojis in your ads. Okay, emojis have higher click-through rates. And the easiest way to get emojis is I use a website called getmoji.com. Getmoji.com. All right, and then you can just copy and paste the emojis there. All right, did that one disconnect?
Yeah.
We back on?
I'll get it going.
Okay. So next slide. Importance of using video ads. Okay, this is very, very important. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, what kind of ads can I run? I am going to suggest. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only thing that works, but I'm going to suggest that you run video ads. All right. You can run picture ads. You can use other things, but I want you to get used to using video ads. Any idea why I want you to use video ads, you guys?
Make connection with the consumer.
Make connection with the consumer.
More people look at videos.
More people look at videos. All right. The truth is, more people are going to look at videos. So I suggest that you start getting used to it. And the beauty of using videos right now, again, it won't always be this way, but the beauty of using videos right now is the fact that there's not as many people that want to do it, right? Not as many people feeling comfortable making those videos. And I got to tell you that I was the exact same way, all right? I got a lazy eye, I got a fat face, I sometimes talk like Rocky, where only the side of my mouth moves. Trust me, I wasn't exactly thrilled about the idea of filming myself making these video ads, but I will tell you that I had a higher click-through response rate than when I was just using a picture of a property or just using a picture of real estate, okay? The videos work, so you're gonna have to get over it a little bit, and you're gonna have to get used to making these videos. And here's the best part, okay? The best part is when you're using videos to promote whatever it is that you're promoting, people are gonna relate with you more, okay? Human beings relate better with other human beings versus just a static image. And if you are going to use a static image, even if you are going to go against what I'm telling you to do, then at least use a static image of a person. Okay? Don't just put a static image of a house. I'm telling you right now. Having people on there makes a difference. Okay? Now, according to Forbes, over 500 million people a day are watching videos on Facebook every day. Okay? And it is changing how businesses or brands communicate with consumers. Next slide. All right. Video first. Consumers want to watch. Well, I'm not going to read this, but I think I already sold you on why you guys need to use videos, okay? All right, so let's talk about creating your first video. All right, number one. Oh, and by the way, each platform has a different time limit. So if you're going to be advertising, for instance, on Facebook, you're only going to be able to get a minute to make that Facebook ad. If you're going to be doing something on Instagram, you only get 10 seconds to make an Instagram ad. And we'll cover the differences later on. But I'm going to teach you how to get around that as well using Facebook, all right? So before recording, have a clear goal for your ad campaign. In other words, what is it that you're trying to do for the ad, okay? Are you trying to get buyers? Are you trying to get sellers? My ads that I've been running is I offer free 3D video, free 3D virtual reality tours of their homes for free. I'm also telling them that I got buyers. I'm also telling them that I can give them a home evaluation. These are the type of things that I'm running in my ad campaign. Okay, so you need to make sure that it's very clear about what it is that you're advertising. All right, put yourself in the video, and then be comfortable with using raw footage. All right, I used to think that I had to go out there and use the camera and make sure that it looked really good. And nowadays, honestly, I can get a video within 2 or 3 shots, and I'm just using the phone, and I'll just shoot a quick selfie, and I'll walk around talking to myself, and that's it. Okay. Believe it or not, it's almost like the whole Blair Witch thing, right? People feel like they're really, like, it's almost like they're more comfortable with you, if that makes sense, right? When they see that it's so polished, yes, does that enhance your brand image? It sure does. But there's something about seeing another human being in that raw format that they can relate with a little bit more. Does that make sense? So don't be afraid of just getting the phone and filming a quick one and then putting it out there, all right? As you become more successful and you want to make your videos more polished, by all means, take advantage of that. But for now, I'm telling you, don't let that prevent you from thinking that you can't make a quick video. Okay, just use your phone. All right. Daily budget, I would suggest start out with no less than no more than $5. Because that's how you're going to find out if the ad is working or if the ad isn't working. You'll be able to check the click-through rates. If nobody's clicking on it, then something's wrong. It's either your copy or it's your video. Okay, something's not right. And then you just got to make sure that you're consistent. All right? You want to be consistent when you start doing this stuff. Okay? Now, let's go to the next slide. All right, create your own video ad. If you're going to use an iPhone or any other phone that you're going to use, I would suggest you set your frame rate to 60 frames per second. Okay, use 60 frames per second on your phone. All right. Speak as if it was a conversation. That's very, very important too. So in the video that you're going to make, speak as if you're actually talking to somebody on the other side. Right. So in the video that I did just for this training, right, what I did was I said, hey guys, it's me. I'm about to step into a meeting. I don't have much time. And boom, and then I let it go. Right. So you want to act as if you're having a conversation with someone on the other side so that it's even more relatable. Don't worry about the quality. Don't worry about how you look, right? I mean, you want to look at least clean, right? And just make sure that your message is clear, okay? The video does not have to be long, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Trust me, all right? Am I going backwards? All right. Once you've posted a few videos, it's time to make a Facebook business account. Okay, great. So let's talk about that. So now that you've got your video and you've created a video and you said something to the effect of, hi, John or Jane, listen, it's Paul. And I'll demonstrate. I'll do one real fast, right? It's Paul. I'm about to step into a listing presentation. I'm really excited about the possibility of getting this client's home on the market and sold. In the past, I've been able to sell their house and sell houses in about 45 to 60 days. Right now, I really feel like it's a seller's market. Hey, listen, if you're thinking about selling your home, be sure to give me a call. You can hashtag the words talk to Paul at the bottom, and then I'll make sure that I reach out to you and we can communicate and I can schedule a meeting and meet with you. All right, great. I look forward to talking to you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
1 minute.
There was the ad, right? It's not that difficult, okay? You're not. Don't make it feel like it's something that has to be so complicated. It's just conversation about what it is, what your offer is, right? Okay. Now, once you've created that ad and you stored it, okay, you then have to have a Facebook business account in order to promote the ad. So for those of you who haven't set up a Facebook business account, you're going to need to set up one. This is different than having a Facebook business page. Okay, a lot of you don't know that. Some of you think, well, I have a Facebook business page. It's not the same thing. So you have to go to business.facebook.com, business.facebook.com, and then you create a Facebook business account. Okay, it'll walk you through the business manager. And again, I'm going to share all these slides so you guys are going to be able to see it later on. But this is essentially what the process is like. You log in. It's not your normal Facebook login. You would have already been logged in because you use your personal Facebook account to set it up. Okay? You log in, you name your business, right? You put your name, your email, and then you've created your business account, your Facebook business account. Who here already has a Facebook business account? 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. So you've got your business account. Now you have this. All right. If you don't have one, you can't advertise yet without having a Facebook business account. You need one. Okay. So you make a Facebook business account. Then what's going to happen is it's going to say, okay, so you have your Facebook business account. This was a sample one that I made for my son as I was getting this training ready. You'll notice that I named the business Jabba's Palace. Okay? Little Star Wars reference there for you fans. You add the page, it's going to be doing the advertising, okay? So this is where you then connect your Facebook business page to your Facebook business account, right? Remember earlier I said, who here has a Facebook business page? You need that page in order to add it to your business account, and then you can advertise for it. All right? So it's going to add the page. You're going to add someone else's page if you're going to be the administrator of the account, or you can create a new page if you don't have one. Okay? And you can do it there. All right? So my son was linking my business page to his business account, so that way he could handle some of the advertising for me. Okay? Great. All right. So how to run Facebook ads now. So I've gone over why I want you to use video. I've helped you overcome the hurdles of making these Facebook videos and how they're not actually as difficult as you think they are. And then we got you a business account so that you can start to advertise the video that you've created. Everybody with me so far? Yes. Okay, good. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to develop and create something called social proof. Do you guys know what social proof is? No. All right, I'm going to give everybody a real quick anecdote. Hey, Rob, do me a favor. Is the Canon, is the DSLR still recording? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, where's a pen? So really fast, guys. I've got 3 lines there, right? Who here thinks that this is the longest line? No one? Who here thinks that this is the longest line? Anyone? And who here thinks that this is the longest line?
Yeah.
Okay. There's some people that didn't raise their hands for anything. Okay. So most people, we can all agree that this is the longest line. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So there was a study that was done, and what they did was they brought 50 people into an auditorium. Okay. And out of those 50 people, I think it was 35 to 40 of them were planted. Okay. They were planted, and then there was another 10 to 15 of them who were just people that were participating in the survey. And they did this exact same survey, and they posted 3 lines, okay, up on the wall, and they asked them which was the longest line. Now, they did exactly what I did to you, but the planted people, right, the 35 to 40 people that were planted all voted for this is the longest line. Then what they did was they said, okay, clearly there's a discrepancy here, let's redo the vote again. Who here thinks that this, I'm sorry, the people that were planted voted for this one is the longest line, the smallest one, okay? Not the longest one, I messed up there, the smallest one. Then they re-voted again, and what started happening was those 10 people that knew that this was the longest line slowly started to change their vote to this, right? Because the 40 planted people were saying that the smallest line was the longest line. Okay, what is that called? That's called social proof, okay? So what I mean by that is that people typically, for some reason or another, we will follow the masses, okay? So there's a saying that, have you guys seen The Greatest Showman? And I'm sorry about botching that up, that example. But The Greatest Showman, P.T. Barnum says something in The Greatest Showman. Nothing draws a crowd quite like a crowd. Do you guys get that?
Yep.
Okay. So what we're saying here is that if you want people to look at the ad, right, if you want to get more people to look at the ad, right, you're going to have to draw a little bit of a crowd yourself, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. Another example, when you go to watch street performers, you guys ever see how there's street performers out there? What's the first thing that street performers do?
Draw a crowd.
They draw a crowd, and then they wait, and then they let the crowd get a little bit bigger, and then they draw another crowd, and they keep letting the crowd draw a crowd, and then they finally do their performance 15 to 20 minutes later. You guys notice that, right? Okay, so we need to draw a crowd. You want to get a lot of people looking at your ad? You got to draw a crowd first. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do that. So, number one, before you pay to run any ad, okay, before you pay to run any ad, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get that video, and I want you to create a post, okay, on your business page, all right? Not the business account page. Remember, there's a difference between personal Facebook page, business page, and business account. Okay, there's 3 different things. So on your business page, I want you to post that video as if it was the advertisement already, and I want you to have all the copy ready. And then I want you to post it, and then I want you to share it. Okay? Now what's going to happen? People that know you, that like you, and trust you are probably going to comment on it. They're going to like it, or they're going to have some type of interaction with it, right? Okay? Now, what's going to happen is, what you guys don't know is that that interaction with that post, you can then convert that to an ad, and all that interaction, all the comments, all the likes follows that with the ad. So immediately you have an ad that you're now paying for that already has people that have participated with it. You guys understanding that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if you don't have any followers on your business page, though, then your interaction is going to be low. Okay? So I'm going to teach you how to get around that too. What you could then do is share the post on your personal Facebook page. Okay? And what I mean by the post is share the post from your business page. Okay? Just hear me out on this. I don't want to lose anybody. Okay? You've got your business page. You've uploaded the video. Okay? You upload the video, you shared it, okay? If you don't have any followers on that business page, then take the post, okay? Every post, what you guys don't know, and I'm going to show you this, every post has a post ID. Okay, every time you post something, there's a post ID on it, all right? Now, the people that are watching the live stream, you can't see this slide, but you're going to share that hyperlink to that post on your personal page. And then you're going to get people to interact with it there, if you don't have anybody following your business page. Does everybody understand that? Okay, cool. I can't spend too much time on it, but anyway, ask people you know, that like you, that trust you to interact with the post. Okay? Just tell them, hey, look, can you just go in there and interact with it for me? All right? All the interactions with that post will be saved. All right? So, there's a post that I created about this event, okay? And then we already have people that looked at it, and then I use that ID later on. All right. What if I have absolutely no interactions at all? What if I created the video, and I created the copy, and I shared it on my business page, and nobody likes me, and nobody trusts me, and nobody's interacting with that post? What do I do next? Okay, I'm going to teach you some some straight up ninja gangster stuff right now. You guys ready? Okay.
Ready.
All right. Okay.
A
So,
lot of people don't.
advertise a video, post, or advertisement in other countries where the cost per click is exponentially low, such as in India or Pakistan. All right? This is like black hat stuff, black hat advertising. Okay? So, what for about $20, believe it or not, there are people that in India, okay, and it costs pennies. Pennies. I'm saying 0.003 cents per click. In those countries that love watching these kind of videos and will click on it and interact with it. I don't know why. I'm not here to explain it. All I know is that it works because I've done it. Okay? So for $20, you advertise that same post, that video, with your copy in another country such as India or Pakistan, and you do it for the whole country, and you'll get a lot of interaction. Okay? Then you redo the ad, right? You use the same exact ad. Don't create a new one. Okay, this is the part where most people mess up. What they do is they use the same ad and then they create a new one every time. I'm saying you use the same post with that ID that I showed you. You guys with me? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to show you because remember, every post has an ID. You're going to use that same post ID for every advertisement that you do, so that all the interaction that post gets carries with it throughout the advertisement. Yeah.
Does it work only for Facebook or also for YouTube?
No, I'll do a YouTube training later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, this is just Facebook. Okay. So you're going to advertise that post, and I guarantee you that you will get several thousand views, and you'll get like 100 comments or like people participating, and it works. Okay. Trust me, I've done it. Okay. I've done it. I was the guinea pig. Before I come to you guys and start teaching you this stuff, I make sure that I test it out first so that I know that it works. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about the ad manager. All right. So once you set up your business account, okay, once you set it up, all right, you'll have all the pages that you're connected with, and then it'll have your ad account, all right, which is separate. This is another thing. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, okay, but just hear me out on this. You get your ad account, all right? Now your ad account is broken up into 3 different categories. First one is campaigns, which is your objectives, right? Next one is your ad sets, which is your audience, and the last one is your ads, okay? So there's 3 tabs for a Facebook ad account. Okay, campaigns, what it is that you want to accomplish. The ad sets, which is the audience, who you're targeting, and then lastly is the ad. All right. So I'm showing you the slides. I don't know if you can really see it, but you'll see the 3 tabs. There's campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Okay, those are the 3 tabs. Now, let's talk about the campaign. All right. So in this case, I created a campaign called Off-Market Properties. All right. And by the way, feel free to steal this if you want. Use it for yourself. Okay. I'm teaching you this stuff so that you guys can use it. All right. Off-Market Properties. Now, if you look, I had 69 clicks on that video ad that I did. 69 clicks. Okay. And then I spent only $35. Okay. How much was it cost per click? It shows there that it's 51 cents. Right? So for 51 cents per click, excuse me. So for $30, I got 69 people to click on the link, go to my site, take a look at that property. Okay? Now, what I do is I also use a pixel and I retarget as well. So there's people that went to my site, guess what? They're going to start seeing new advertisements of me anyway. Okay? But for, that's not bad. To have 70 people visit your sites for $35, you think it's worth it? Absolutely. Okay? Absolutely. Now, your campaign is your objective. So what is it that you're trying to accomplish? Okay? So you'll see that here, I've got a few different things that I'm trying to accomplish. Number 1, off-market property. So I'm looking for who? Buyers, right? Okay, REH recruiting, which is to build a company. Core, to get students. Buyers, free 3D. So those are the campaigns that I'm running right now. Okay, this is an example of that. All right, now, once you've got your campaign set up, the next thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to set up your audience. And remember, what was one of the first things that I was teaching you guys in the morning? How to create an audience, right? The best way to create an audience is by you uploading your sphere of influence and the contacts that you already have that you can download from LinkedIn, from Google Contacts, and from everywhere else. Okay? So if you have your own email list, upload it. All right? You've got an instant audience. Now, where do you find the audience? If you go in the top left-hand corner where it says Ads Manager, right? Then you go to Assets. All right? You click on Assets. Audiences is right there. All right? So you click on Audiences. And then it'll show you all the different audiences that I have. So I've got my Google, my LinkedIn contacts, we've got agents, etc., etc. they're all there. I've uploaded them. And you can even, take a look at this, you can even see how many people are in those audiences, right? So in my Google audience, I've got 13,000 people that I've uploaded to Facebook. In my LinkedIn contacts, about 12,000. And then we've got real estate agents, about 23,000. Those are the audiences that I'm going after. And those are the people that are seeing my ads, okay? Then you can actually edit the audience. So as my list continues to grow, you guys think I'm just going to sit back and stop building my audience? Nope. I can edit it, and I can even add more customers, right? And I can even copy and paste them into the audience. So as my list continues to grow, what I will do is I will add more people to my audience. Okay, you guys with me? Okay. All right, next slide. So, what if you say, well, you know, my audience list isn't that big, Paul. I only have about 300 people on it, but I really want to build a better audience. I want to build a bigger one. Well, that's where you're going to use Facebook. And what you're going to do is you're going to create an audience based on their radius search and based on somebody's interests. Okay? All right, now, right now I suggest that you advertise between 25 to 55. Rob did a training last week where we said that the average buyer, right, is the average buyer who's in the younger age range is what? 28?
25 to 32.
So 25 to 32 is, you know, the average buyer age range right now. So I would suggest, I usually do my ads to the 25 to 55-year-olds. And then you want to set it to someone who has an interest or financial interest and is likely to move. Okay, believe it or not, Facebook knows when people are likely to move. Okay, and then exclude anyone who works for a real estate company or excludes or works for a realtor. Okay, so you can pick categories and interests, and you can exclude categories and interests. So when you're running your ads, guys, I want you to exclude anyone who's a real estate agent or who works for a real estate company. Why do I want you to do that? Well, why do you want to advertise your ad to other agents, right? Okay, so make sure that you exclude anyone that works for a real estate company or anyone that works for a realtor. For some reason, people will put that they work for a realtor, okay, as their company, whatever. So we've gone over this. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so here's how this looks. All right. So let's say you've done this. You've done everything that I've been teaching you guys to do now. You're ready to run the ad. I've got my audience. I know who I'm targeting. I've made my video. I've uploaded it. I'm ready to start one. Okay? So it's going to look something like this. You're going to click on New Ad. And then the first thing it's going to say, your campaign. What is your objective? In my opinion, I want you to go after traffic. Okay? Now it gives you all these other options. For now, just go after traffic. Traffic's what you want. Okay. What this does mean, though, is that you're going to need something for the person who's clicking on it. They're going to have to go somewhere else, guys. Okay, so you're going to need a website or you're going to need a landing page. You're going to need something. You're going to have to send that consumer somewhere else. You guys understand that, right? Now, Facebook does have lead generation sites where you can actually create landing pages inside of Facebook. I've done it. But what I've noticed was, number one, my click-through rates were nowhere near as high. Okay, they weren't as high, and I wasn't getting as much leads. Now, I'm sure that there are some people that can refute that, and there's going to be some people that are going to tell me, well, no, you know, I get leads that way all the time, and that's fine. You know, if anybody wants to have a conversation with me and they'd love to show me what it is that they're doing, that's great. I'll just tell you what's been working for me is traffic. Okay, I prefer to use it for traffic as opposed to actual lead generation, and I've been testing their lead pages as well. Okay, so you're going to need to redirect them somewhere else after the site. Okay. Now, what you look at is it's going to say your campaign and then your objective. Okay, we were already saying that our objective is going to be what? Traffic, right? We want to direct them somewhere. All right, we click that. You say traffic, you're going to name your campaign, whatever it is that you want to call it. And then it's going to look something like this. Okay, so it's going to have your name, and now we're working on the actual ad set. Remember, ad set, all that really means is your target audience. Okay, I'm not sure why they don't call it target audience, but they call it ad set. So the traffic is going to go to the website, and then we're going to the website, then you'll see that you'll be able to scroll down, right, when you're working on the ad, and it's going to ask you what kind of an audience do you want. Now, if you've already uploaded your audiences, you can select the audience that you've already uploaded. If you don't have an audience, then what you're going to do is you're going to come down there and you're going to see where it says location. You're going to type in a zip code and you're going to give it a radius. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay. Again, I have had more interaction and more success from the list that I've uploaded myself personally, you guys, than the radius search. But it also depends on my offer, okay? Because what I've noticed is that when we're advertising for the real estate school, I can use a radius search and it doesn't have to be somebody that knows me and they're still clicking on it. But when I'm advertising the real estate business, I get more clicks from the sphere of influence lists that I've created than I did when I was just doing a radius search. Are you guys understanding what I just said? Okay? So I can tell you that it depends on what it is that you're trying to market. When we market for our real estate school, it's okay. I just do a radius search and people click on it. But when I tried to do just a radius search of me offering my services, the click-through rate was much lower versus when I used the audience that I uploaded from Google, LinkedIn, and all those people that I've already had interaction with. Right? Okay, cool. All right, so let's just say again, assuming I don't have an audience. I don't know anyone, so I'm gonna have to just rely on a radius search. Okay, no problem. So you're gonna fix the age, you're gonna fix the location, you're gonna go to all gender, languages, English, right? Stick to English. Now, that does stand to reason though. Theoretically, if you wanted to, you could target a certain language, right? But you'd have to make sure that your ad is in that language, okay? And then we're gonna go to detail targeting, okay? So detail targeting is where you're gonna be able to tell them, I want people who are likely to move, okay? They somehow have an algorithm that has been able to figure this out, okay? I'm sure that a lot of it has to do with people's posts, okay? When they see certain keywords in people's posts or something like that, they just assume that that person is likely to move, all right? But remember at the bottom where I said we're gonna exclude people? Okay, you're gonna click on exclude, and then I want you to exclude people who are employed by real estate companies, okay? That means that you're going to have to go in there and you're going to have to type out each individual real estate company and make sure that you exclude them so that you're not advertising to other real estate agents, right? You're looking for clients, okay? All right? Then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to edit your placements, all right? Facebook by default is going to try to get you to advertise on all their platforms. They're going to try to get you to advertise in their messenger. They're going to try to get you to advertise in they have a whole bunch of other little assets that most of us don't really know and don't really use. So what I want you to do is I only want you to advertise in the Facebook feeds, not even on the sidebar. Okay, you guys know that on desktop you can see the sidebar, right? Where everybody knows what a sidebar is, right? And if you don't, I'm going to demonstrate really fast. When you're looking at a desktop version, okay, here's the content, and then there's advertisements on this side, right? That's the sidebar. Okay? So Facebook, by default, when you don't say edit placement, Facebook just puts your ad wherever they want to put it. And the truth is, most people don't look at these ads. All I want you to do is have it in the feed. Okay? In the feed. So I want it to look as organic as possible so that it looks like it's just like any other post. Everybody understand that? So make sure that you edit the placement. Don't advertise anywhere else, okay? And for now, I don't want you advertising on Instagram yet. We'll do a training on that later on. For now, I just want you to get this down. Okay, just get this part down, and then we can cover it. Especially because the Instagram ad, again, can only be 10 seconds long. Okay? All right. Next slide. All right, so using your existing post, all right? Remember, I talked about that, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to use your post that you created and later on use that so that you could use it for an advertisement, okay? They carry social proof. Oh, and here's the best part. If you do like a Facebook Live thing and you convert that to a post, you can actually share that Facebook Live as an ad, and those ads can be up to an hour. Not that somebody would really want to watch an hour, but you'd be surprised. I've seen other people who are successfully using Facebook ads and they'll put their whole feed for an hour in that ad, okay? And people are looking at it, all right? Find the post ID and insert it, okay? When you're setting up the ad. And if you don't like the copy text of that post, go back and change the post first and then share the post as an ad. You guys understand? Because once you try to convert that post into the ad, you can't edit the copy anymore. You're not going to be able to edit the text. So edit the post first, and then you'll be able to put it in the ad. All right? And here's an example of one. Again, live streamers, sorry, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'll show the slides. When I say use existing posts, if you guys look here, right, these are all the posts that Facebook is suggesting to me that I use to advertise. So they're basically saying, use your posts, advertise your posts. These posts had the most interaction, start advertising with those. Okay? And this is an example of that same, this is an example of one. This is a post, and all I did was create it as a sponsored ad. Everybody with me? Okay, yeah.
What's a boosting?
Boosting? I wouldn't boost anything.
Okay.
Don't boost anything. Boosting is really it's just a fake way to get interaction. I mean, theoretically, no, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
It's not worth it. Pay for advertising as opposed to boosting, in my personal opinion. Okay? That's just my humble opinion. All right, so I zoomed in a little bit more so that you could see where it says use existing post. This was a post. I'm advertising the post. Okay, and that was the copy. And everything that I'm telling you to do or training you to do, I'm doing, guys. Right? And I said use emojis, right? All the copy. Okay. Now for your copy. Borrow copy that has already worked. Remember I told you I want you to start saving every ad that shows up in your feed. Borrow the copy, right? It's there. Use it to your advantage. State your value proposition first, okay? You've only got their eyeballs for maybe 2 or 3 seconds. What it is that you're trying to offer them better be quick and it better be fast, okay? It has to show up immediately. They have to want to see it. You only have about 3 lines that show up in the ad. So with those 3 lines, you really got to make sure you pack a punch. And then stories sell. Tell stories, okay? This is very, very important, all right? So when you go up there and you start advertising, hey, this is, and again, I'm speaking only in real estate terms, but this can apply to anything. Hi, my name's Paul. I sell real estate. If you want to sell your home and you want to get top dollar, give me a call. Okay, that's not going to motivate anybody, right? Nobody cares about that. But if you tell a story, hi, my name is Paul. Listen, I had this one client. Oh, you know what? You haven't seen the ad yet, but it's about to come out. It's me walking out of the Stanley Moss courthouse, and you see me walking out of the courthouse basically saying, hey, this is Paul Arqueta. We just walked out of a probate case. I want you to know that my seller hired me to help them and navigate the probate process. We got the executive of the estate full authority. We're going to put this property on the market. We don't even need court confirmation. If you know anybody that's going to be interested in this, or if you're a family that is going through this difficult process, call me. I'm very familiar with the probate process, or hashtag the words talk to Paul at the bottom. Boom. There's the ad. Okay? Now, it's not like I said, call me. I know probate. What did I do? I turned it into a what? Story. Stories sell. Use a story. You going out there and just saying how wonderful you are is not going to work. Okay? Trust me, it's not. Use a story, and everybody has stories. I just helped a client buy their first home. I am so excited. I know that if you hire me, I'll work just as hard for you. I want to help you. If you're thinking about buying, or if you're renting and you want to buy a house, call me now. I'll walk you through it. I just helped my friend buy a house. They're really excited. They look happy. We're going to go have the housewarming party in about 2 weeks. They have a pool. They're really excited. Those type of ads, believe it or not, resonate with people more than us going out there just trying to thump our chests. Okay? Trust me, it works. All right, next slide. Ad creation. All right, so this is another one. This is an ad that I did for the event where Danny Morell came to come train at our office, right? And I'm walking over here, but you'll look. Here's the video, here's the ad, and in there I also put the story. Okay? I talked about his story. I talked about what he did as an agent. I talked about what he's doing now. Stories. Use stories to sell, guys. And really the best part about doing that is that they're all based on your own personal experience. And so that way not only does it not feel disingenuous, but trust me, people can tell when you're being disingenuous. Okay? And so if you use your own personal experiences, if you use your own stories, it'll help you when you make these ads. Okay? And this was the copy that I used. All right? And I put that in the slides, and you guys can copy and paste if you want to use it, and you can borrow it. Okay? And make sure that you have spaces in between the copy as well, so that anything that you're saying that's powerful comes out. And then make sure you share the link in the ad more than once. You can't, let me put it to you this way. I would probably put the link to where you want them to get redirected to at least 3 to 4 times in the ad, cleverly in the ad. And the reason that I'm suggesting that you do that is because, again, we all know that number one, you can't make it difficult for them to find that link, right? And number two, people have to see something at a minimum of 6 to 7 times before they actually take action. Okay? So include the link in the ad several times. This is the copy. I'm not going to stay here too long. All right. Now, here's the other part. Where are you sending them? Okay? That's equally as important. All right? So you've done the ad, you've got the video, you've got great copy, and you've got social proof. People have participated in that ad. They've communicated with that ad. So now where are you going to send them? That is very, very important. Okay? Now, I would suggest you use a landing page. Okay? Now, if you have your own website, it's not that difficult to make a landing page. In fact, if you don't know how, you can go to Google Forms. Okay? Google Forms has templates where you can create a form template page. It's a very, very simple page. And you just have them fill out the form. And then you share the form on the ad if you don't want to build your own website. And if you have your own website, you can use, I'll talk about what forms to use, but there's certain plugins that you can use. You can use Ninja forms. You can even embed the Google form in there, okay? Now, the form should be very, very simple. When you redirect them to another page, okay, whether it be your form or your site, try to keep the information on that page as minimal as possible, all right? As minimal as possible. Because if you give them too much information, you have the tendency to confuse people, and confused people do what?
Nothing.
Confused people do nothing.
Of course, yeah.
Okay? So if you're telling them, I'm going to offer you a free home evaluation on your property, right, and they go to your home evaluation page, there should only be, right, enter your address for a free home evaluation, and then their name, their address, their email, their phone number, period. That's it. If you want to put another video of yourself, feel free. But all I'm saying is there shouldn't be anything else on there. You shouldn't try to cross-market because all you're going to do is get them confused, okay? If I say I'm going to give you a 3D tour, then I'm going to send you to a page where you're going to get a free 3D tour, enter your information, and maybe I'll show some samples of some other 3D tours that I've done. Everybody with me? The landing page has to be exceptionally simple and so simple that somebody just goes in there and they look at it like, oh, I just got to punch in my information. That's it, I'm done. Okay? And again, if you don't have a website, then just use Google Forms and create that. All right? All right, next page. Landing page is dedicated to that content. The landing page does not have to be your own domain. I just talked about that if you use Google Forms. You can embed a Google form on your site. Personally, I use Ninja forms on my WordPress site. And most recently, I've really become a huge proponent of using bots. Okay, and I use a tool called ManyChat. And if you guys don't know about bots, again, that's for another training. I'm not going to go into that right now. But bots is essentially how people communicate with websites, right? If you guys ever been to a website where you go on the bottom and you see like a little balloon chat that pops up and they say, hi, can we help you? Who here has participated or communicated with the chatbot before? Right? Okay. And a lot of companies now are opting to use chatbots, right, for even their customer service stuff now. Okay? So that's another thing that you can embed, but we're going to talk about that later on. I'm not going to do that today. Huh. And for now, I think I did. I was able to cut it down to about an hour. So that worked out. So here's my homework for you guys, okay? My homework for you guys, number one. Here's what I want you to do. I need you to create a list. I need you to create your audience. Okay? So I need you to download that audience, and I want you to build your business account on Facebook, and I want you to upload the audience. Okay, that should be the first thing. Where are you going to get your audience? You're going to get it from Google, your contacts. Trust me, if you've been using your Gmail account, who here has been using their Gmail account for more than 5 years? I'm telling you right now, you've got over 1,000 contacts in your Gmail account just from the interaction that you've had. Because again, Gmail converts every person that you have an email to into an actual contact on your Gmail account. Okay, so export your Google account, upload it into your Facebook business account as an audience. Make that your first audience. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to create a video. Okay, create a video. Again, don't worry about the quality of it, just create it. And then come up with what your offer package is going to be. Okay? For those of you who are part of this company, you already know that you can do a few things. You can offer them a free 3D virtual tour of their home. Look, even if you're not thinking about selling your home, I want to give you a free 3D virtual tour of your home. Why do I want to give you one? Because you could use it if you're going to remodel. You could use it if you want it for insurance purposes. You could use it just to have in case you do move in the future, and that way you have some wonderful memories. I want to give it to you for free. Hashtag the words 3D down there in the comments, and I'll make sure that I reach out to you as soon as you get it. Boom, you got a video. Right? I'm giving you guys the ammunition to do it. Okay? Oh, you don't want to give them to them for their home? By the way, I can also offer a free 3D virtual tour of your business. If you have a business, I can give you a free 3D virtual tour that you can use for your business, and you can put it on Google Maps. Hashtag the words, talk to Angeles down below. And you know what? I'll make sure I reach out to you.